Hey guys, it's HarleyWood. Today we're going to take a look at this plate carrier from Agilite Tactical. Now, before we get started, I want to agree on the premise of this video. I have no military experience, no law enforcement experience. I am not going to put this thing on and pretend like I'm doing a bunch of mag changes and tactical stuff that I know very, very little about. I see YouTubers all the time who have a big red beard and they fumble through this stuff trying to pretend like they're something they're not. I'm not gonna be that guy. Now, that being said, I am a prepper and I am preparing for certain things. We're right in the midst of this COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic right now. And if there's any trend that I'm seeing, my Instagram is absolutely inundated with plate carriers and body armor advertisements. Take a quick look at just a few that I have taken screenshots of over the past few weeks. So it kind of shows you what's trending right now, right? Like there's this uneasiness about the social order and how fragile it actually is. If something more severe happens, it looks like we're on the downward trend of this coronavirus thing, but if something more severe were to happen, you may have to worry about more than just no toilet paper in the stores, right? I have been preparing in this way for a very long time, and I've never shown you any of my plate carriers, any of my chest rigs, my battle belt setup, because I'm just not a tactical guy and I don't want to pretend like I'm some authority that you should listen to. So I want you to understand that I'm doing this through the perspective of just an average citizen who wants to be prepared as a prepper in case the social fabric starts to tear. All right, now I'm gonna poke fun of myself a little bit. I have spent a lot of money on these things, including a very old system. I believe this is actually a Condor. I can't even find any labeling on it, so who knows? If memory serves, I bought it from SKD Tactical like 6 or maybe 7 years ago. And I bought mag dump pouches. And I mean, at one point I had this set up to carry 8 fully loaded magazines on the front. And I threw that thing on with all those magazines and I'm like, oh my God, our guys who are in the sandbox overseas, I gotta give it to you, man. These things are hot, they're heavy. Here is the matching battle belt setup. Now this one actually is pretty high quality. This is from HSGI, High Speed Gear Inc. It's got G-code stuff all over it. So this is actually something I do feel fairly confident in. And I have had manufacturers send me stuff in the past for testing. So here is a level 3, and they were like, yeah, you can stick it under your jacket. It'll be totally concealed. You can see it actually has cobwebs on it. So it shows you how I actually care about this. And when you see all these ads on Instagram or Facebook for plate carriers, it's probably gonna look something like this. Just this cheap junk. And this is my high speed, low drag setup. This is the Slickster from Faro Concepts. This one's actually fairly nice. It breathes very well. It's light. I mean, you simply throw a front and a back plate in there, very minimalist. And this one is that K19 plate carrier from Agilite. All right. They are out of Israel, and the previous version of this was called the K5. What they did was they sent it to the Israeli Special Operation Forces, and they asked them to test it and provide feedback. They said, we're interested in making a new version. We want some real-world operator-type feedback. So the Israeli Special Forces wore it and provided a bunch of feedback, and the K19 is what came out of it. So right off, I will tell you, this thing is actually very comfortable. Now, if you go back to that Condor that I had, that big, huge one, it is horribly uncomfortable. I mean, things ride up too high, they rub your inner arms. It is a nightmare to wear. So I did some very unconventional testing with this one. I live on a lot of property, and most of my work, especially on the weekends in the spring, involves yard work, cutting down trees, mowing, edging, I mean, you name it, and I have to do it here. So I wore this for an entire weekend, doing all of my yard work, fully loaded, just to see what it felt like and see if there were any pain points in it. Take a look. All right, so of all of those that I've shown you, this is by far the easiest to get in and out of. It has these quick breakaway clips on the side here, so you literally grab the tang and you can break out of this thing. Super easy to take off and put on. So it also has those same breakaway clips on the shoulders. Let's say you fall in the water, you need to swim out of this thing, you get hit, need to have medical care, get this thing off in a pinch. The shoulder straps also break away. So another thing is, look at the V formation of the straps. It makes this exponentially more comfortable. You get one like this where the straps come straight over, they are gonna be all over your neck. Even just the stitching on this garbage one, I mean, look at this. You've got loose threading all over the place. Do me a favor, spend your money right. Don't make some of the mistakes that I've made with stuff like this. All right, so let's talk about the Cumberbund on this. So the Cumberbund is very minimalistic. Now they do have pouches you can affix to the side here if you didn't want to run side armor, but they are also adjustable. When I was out working this past weekend, I started out with a hoodie on. It was about 40 degrees, and after about 10 or 15 minutes, it was way too warm to have both this and the hoodie on. So I ditched the hoodie, put this back on, and simply pulling these straps tightens up and secures it to your body. So if you have some cold weather gear on, you need to shed that, take it off, simply pull these straps and it cinches it right back to your body. Okay, so for frame of reference, I am 6 feet tall, 225 pounds. So you can kind of see how this is on me. So it is kind of a one size fits all plate bag on the inside here. It fits sappy plates, it fits medium and large plate. Make sure my beard is tier 2 operator approved here. Here's your admin pouch in the front. It's actually quite deep. I can fit my whole hand in there. My fingers are down to here. And you can see the clips on the back right here. They actually have assault packs that you can affix on the back here. We got to see those at SHOT Show 2020 and they are very nice. All right, here's a look at the back. So you can see you have some loop Velcro at the top. There's a patch in the center here. Here are your G clips on the back here so you can adjust it in if you need to. And there is a drag handle that Velcros down to keep it out of the way. So back to this old plate carrier, see how the strap comes over and it's nicely box stitched right here, but it kind of ends right there. On the Agilite, you can see those straps come all the way down, go underneath all of this molly webbing, and are actually stitched in several places, so it's even more secure than just that box stitching in the upper corner. It comes in most of your favorite colors. The one that it doesn't is the multicam black, and so hopefully maybe in the future they'll release a multicam black version of it. But it comes in your coyote and black and, you know, ranger green. So again, the K19 from Agilite. Now look, I'm tier 6 operator at best, okay? So don't take from me any professional opinion on this versus other things out there. If you really want something like that, go look at Grand Thumb or one of these guys who actually do this for a living. If you are like me though, you're just a normal guy, you want to be prepared in case something happens, you're seeing all of this kind of social unrest at the moment, just make sure you're prepared, not only with your food storage, with your water, but with your tactical preparations and your training also. One thing I feel like I'm severely lacking is medical training. So that's something I probably need to do much more of. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, do me a favor, hit subscribe down below. Got lots more videos to come, and I'll see you in the next one. Are you hot?
Yeah, the sun's just bright.
It's bright? That better?
Yeah.
Good job.